I'm Annie Stores, welcome back to another video. So today's video is a what is in my park bag, and I'm actually filming this from Disneyland Paris. I'm in our hotel room in Cheyenne and I'm so excited. So let's jump in. So first thing is a reusable water bottle. There are water fountains all over the park, and if you are also park trippers, you'll know the heat can often be relentless, and sometimes when you're on the go all day you do forget to drink and keep yourself hydrated, so big no-no. Take that water bottle, keep refilling it. The tap water is safe to drink in France, which is where we are right now, so we never bother with bottled water. We do just use the tap water and the water fountains along the way. So that is the first thing and an absolute must-do that goes into our park bag. Next up, baby wipes. Obviously during this pandemic period, you know, you're often using antibac hand gel and things, and I really don't like the feel of it on my hands. Obviously I will use it, but it's always best to wash your hands with soap and water. However, if you don't have either available, then baby wipes are a great substitute, especially in restaurants when you're eating, especially with little ones. If you want to like wipe faces, wipe hands, this is ideal. But also we use them sort of multi-purpose, so if we need to wipe a surface down or a handle or just something where we think, ooh, I just want to double check that it's really clean, so baby wipes always go in our park bag. And then I have a mini first aid kit, excuse the pun, but everything in here is things that you would find available at the first aid centres in the parks, which are always, you know, really well equipped and really helpful. However, we just like to have things on our person so that if we're on the other side of the park or if something happens, then we're equipped to deal with it. So it's got all kinds of sorts of things in here, from blister patches, which you never know when you're going to need them, but these are very important, to just normal plasters, and again that can be helpful if something is rubbing or somebody hurts themselves or whatever. We've got little wipes, sterile wipes, just in case anything happens. I've got all kinds of different medications like hay fever medications or allergy. We have Quells, so anti-sickness, which again we often find really useful. And then just your bog standard things like Buscopan and paracetamol, that kind of thing. So I always just pack a mini version. We also carry in our sort of main luggage a bigger first aid kit as well, and I know that might seem a little bit overkill, but in our bigger first aid kit we've got things in there like Calpol, Piriton, bandages, all that kind of stuff. And I just think, I not would, but we haven't had to use it, but it just makes me feel better knowing that I've got something on me should the need arise. And then I always reuse my security bag to kind of just keep all my bits and bobs in one handy place so that I'm not fishing in the bottom of my bag for things. So Vaseline is always really important. I often get very dry lips, and so does Oscar, so that's really important. But also a lip balm that's an SPF one as well, especially in the heat, that again, really important. Antibac hand gel, I think everybody has a lot of this floating around at the moment. But then also some nice hand cream, because again, when you're using antibac a lot, it just makes your hands feel really unpleasant, I find. So I always have a little bag of almost, not kind of beauty, but just things that make me feel a little bit better. But like I say, I always keep them in the security bag. I just find it really handy, so everything's just contained and I can find everything really easily. Then next up is our lanyards, and our lanyards have always got our hotel key in, because this is what you'll need for your extra magic time, but also our park tickets in the back, and these are scannable, so again just easy to have it in a lanyard so that you can just swipe it and not have to keep fishing out for things. And then photo pass. So we've been very kindly pixie dusted this photo pass for our trip this weekend, but we do actually usually purchase the photo pass on any of our Disney holidays because we just love creating memories and photo albums with all the fantastic pictures. And again, that's really easy to have just in your lanyard, so you can swipe it or do whatever you need to without again having to go rummage. Now at Disneyland Paris, I always find a lanyard is essential because there's no magic bands, everything is on sort of room keys and cards and things. And there's some really cute designs. Like I say, I've got my Dream Team one here, which I can't wait to wear. But then we've also got this lanyard that we picked up on the Disney cruise, and we also bought a second one for our giveaway winner. So they're very cute. Now, as I've mentioned in a previous video, we're not really pin collectors, and I'm not sure I'd want to wear a lanyard all day that had pins on it, especially if we're on rides with restraints and things. So our lanyards are just plain, but we always try and get like really funky designs because I just think the options are there and they are super cute. And then of course masks. So masks are obviously a must-do at the moment. We bought these masks from the Fun Impossible. If you haven't seen it, then I will link up here somewhere what I bought for Disneyland Paris vlog. And yeah, certainly in Disneyland Paris, I think the France rules are very strict around mask wearing. So there are only certain places that you can actually take them off. I won't quote it because by the time you're watching this, the guidance may have changed again and I don't want it to be out of date, but do check, especially outdoors, because you might assume that you can take your mask off outdoors, but actually there are restrictions as to where you can take your mask off outdoors when you're in Disneyland Paris, so do double check that. So masks, like I say, we got really cute fun Disney ones this time, as well as surgical ones just in case we do need those as well. But it just made it a little bit nicer wearing a Disney mask, and also it was really lightweight in the heat, so definitely a must do. And then the next thing is this ear bag tag holder, which was very kindly gifted to me from Dream So True. You will have seen that also in a previous video, but I'm never doing a park again without this because it's honestly so useful. So that's just going to get clipped to the bag and really useful to secure our ears when we're not wearing them. And then of course a mobile phone. So all of the Disney parks now have great apps that you can use. So the Disneyland Paris app, you can book reservations on there, you can see queue times, there's all sorts that you can do. So a charged mobile phone is really important, and we also have a power bank as backup that we use just in case we need it. Now because of the actual style of my phone case, I can also put my cards in here that I use. Now for all of our trips abroad, we actually use a Revolut card. We put the money on ahead of our trip, transfer it into the right currency, and then we can use it with no fee, which I think is just perfect. And it has also got a Revolut app, which again is all in real time, so you can see your spending, you can see what's come off, you can see how much you've got left, you can add funds quickly and again transfer it. So I do really recommend the Revolut card. Not an ad, I've just used them for years and absolutely love it. So that's the next thing that goes into our park bag. Well, I say it goes into the park bag, but it's actually not often out of my hand because in a Disney park there is so much to photograph, and especially with Oscar, we don't want to miss a single memory, so it's really important for us to take lots and lots of pictures. So yeah, either in my park bag or near on my person, but really essential. And then the final thing, and I briefly shared it in the pack with me video, which again I will link somewhere, is this. Now it probably doesn't help itself that it's in a really ugly colour, but we didn't get to pick. We ordered these off Amazon and you just kind of got what you were given colour wise. But this is for securing glasses or sunglasses, which for Oscar and I is essential because it's obviously we don't want to take our glasses off, we can't see. But what you can do with this is actually attach it to the handles of your glasses, and it does loop around your head. I know, very fetching, but actually we used this for our 2-week stay in Florida. It was the first time we'd used anything like this, and we found it really useful. Like I say, I know it's not the most appealing of things, but you know, function over fashion in this occasion, because it just meant we could enjoy the rides and not feel nervous that we were going to end up, you know, blind for the rest of the trip because we'd lost our glasses, knock wood. So whilst the colours aren't great, I'm sure you could probably pay more and get ones that are a nicer style, but for us they were cheap, cheerful, and they do the job. So these are a must-have in our park bag. So let me know what you pack in your park bag, because I'm using Loungeflies. These are my preferred park bag of choice. They're not the roomiest, honest. So I do have to be selective as to what I kind of put in, and it is kind of boiling it down to essentials, but also I don't want to be carrying a really heavy backpack around with me all day with stuff that I'm just not going to use. And I have also seen in other people's videos about things like sun cream, which is obviously really important, but actually the sun cream that we use is this Ultra Sun. It's a really high factor 50 because we've got very pale skin, and it is a once a day application, and we found that actually this really does the trick and we don't need to reapply it throughout the day, especially because we're not going in water or anything, or doing the things that normally kind of take your sun cream off, rubbing yourself vigorously with a towel, etc. So we actually just apply this first thing in the morning and find that actually that does us for the rest of the day. So that doesn't normally make it into the park bag, but obviously if you use something different, then do make sure that you're keeping yourself safe and protected. So like I say, let me know what's packed in your park bag. I'm always open for any other suggestions if there's anything I think I'm missing. But yeah, now we're off to go and enjoy some fun in the parks. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.